Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you very much for joining me. Today we are going to be making a 3D text manipulation in Adobe Photoshop. So open your Adobe Photoshop and create a new document. I'll be using 1280 by 720 by 300 ppi. So I'll be creating my document. After creating my document, I'll go ahead and take a text tool. Type my letter for today's lesson. I'll be using a letter A. After typing my letter, I'll make it bigger so that everybody can be able to see what we're doing. Okay, after making my text bigger, I'm going to change the color to be a darker color. And then after that, I'll make a copy. I know you guys are so well informed and you're very good at this. So, you know many ways to make a copy in Adobe Photoshop. So, comment below to tell the rest of the student or everybody else how you do it in Photoshop. Okay, let's get back into it. After creating our text and adjusting it and coloring it, we are going to make a copy. So for me, I'll be using a shortcut Ctrl J. After making my copy, I'll bring my copy down and rename it to 3D effect. You can name it however you want, but for me, I'll be using this for today. Then I'll color my copy to a bit lighter color from the other shade. And then I'll shift it a little bit on the side so that you can bring on the 3D effect on my text. So I'll be pulling it slowly like that. Yeah, I feel like that one is much better for me. I'll be going on with this one. After that, I'll bring in my image. I already brought in my image and closed an eye on it. I hope that is what we say. And then I'll open the eye and adjust my picture the way I want it to be. So I'll select my picture and reduce the opacity, then bring it on top of all my layers so that I can adjust it nicely according to the layers below. And then from here, I'll adjust my image and I'll make it a bit bigger. And I feel like I'll keep on continue adjusting the image you want to use to your liking. For me, I think I'll stop right there for now. After adjusting it, we'll click on enter or just at the cheek, and then we're going to switch off our 3D effect layer off, and then we're going to clip our image to our text. After clipping it, we're going to be making another duplicate for our image, another copy for our image. So I'll Ctrl J and make another new copy. From here, I'll go to select and subject. This way I'll cut out my subject from my picture. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, after selecting my subject, as you can see, my subject is not very well selected. So I'll go in with my quick selection tool, and then I'm going to adjust the way I want my image to feel over here. So after making my selection, I'll click on the mask so that my mask can cut out there. my image. And guys, I always forget to bring back my opacity back to normal, so please don't forget that. Okay, and then we're going to our text layer and selecting it. So we'll select our text layer and then we go for the select and inverse. After we inverse our select, we are going to be able to reduce or to remove what we don't want. So go back to mask layer and then brush and remove the parts you do not want. Sorry. Make sure your brush size is smaller and make it hard so that you can delete all the parts you don't want to appear on your image. Okay guys, after deleting, we're going to deselect and go back to our 3D effect. So we turn on our 3D effect and then we'll make another copy of our image and bring it in between the text and the 3D effect layer. So for this image, we're going to be masking it to our 3D effect layer, just like that. After this, we're going to adjustment and we'll use exposure to make it have a difference or the feeling of the 3D on our subject. So just play with it. You go too much, you remove too much. So you have to adjust it nicely to what you want it to look like so that you can bring the effect over a 3D for us. So I'll go with this one like this, and then after that I'll clip mask it to my image or my letter, not my image, my letter 3D, my layer 3D effect. So guys, for that we're done for now. The effect is done, so we have to be going back and make some shadows, reflection, so that our effect can pop much better. So for us to do that, we're going to be grouping all our layers together. We group it and then we make a copy, Ctrl Z, and then for this copy I prefer to convert to smart object. After that I'm going to be edit, transform, and then flip vertically. So this way my smart object is flipped vertically. This one will help me to make a shadow. Okay, so guys, I hope you're together and I hope you're doing this nicely and more good than me. So let's continue. Okay, after adjusting my image, my copied smart object, the opacity just a little bit, and then create a mask. For this mask, you go to brush, and we're going to brush our reflection using a soft brush, which is very, you make it bigger and adjust it to your liking. That way we can just remove, sorry guys, we can just remove brush on this place we don't want. This one is like removing the parts we don't want. So you can just remove however you want, or you can just make sure you adjust it nicely the way you want. So this one I always keep playing with it so that I get my effect a little bit much better. So guys, go ahead and adjust your reflection. As for me, I leave it as it is now. And then after that, I create a new layer, and this layer will be shadow, my shadow. And then for my shadow, I'll take a brush and make my color darker. And then I'll have to change my brush a little bit because I don't want it to be very hard. I want it to be a bit soft. And then I'm going to draw something like that. You can draw whatever you want. I feel like this one is just playing with the way you want to do it. And then I'll just reduce the size and increase the size. Like that. And then from here I'll go and put it over here. So this one will be our shadow. And then make a copy of this one, Control J for my shadow copy so that I can fix it on the other side. And there we have our shadow. So from here, we are going to be making adjustment on the background, which is going to be acting like let's say the popping of our image. So I'll be creating a gradient, but before that I'll be joining my shadows together. So I'll go and group it together. So these are my shadows. Guys, if you don't have the habit of naming your thing, please name your layers. Sometimes it makes you think, what was this? So make sure you name your layers correctly so that you don't get lost in between your work. After naming your layers, we'll go back and make an adjustment for our background. Okay. Will be under our group. Oh, did I put inside? Okay, like that. After we make our gradient, we are going to be adjusting our gradients by double clicking it and finding the colors we want. So I'll be using this color and I'll be using this color, and then okay. So from here, guys, I'll create a new layer. I'll go to temp layer and I create a new layer. I'll color it to different color. I'll add the size of my brush and bring it down here. So guys, I think this for today we will be stopping here, and I hope you make it amazing and much better than me. Thank you for watching, thank you for following along, and if you're new here, subscribe, click on that button and make us do much together. So until next time, see you. Bye bye.